Welcome to a new video. So in this video, we are going to talk about the theory of suicide. Yes, you heard it right. It's by the famous sociologist Emil Durkheim, sociology. So he talks about four kinds of suicide, and I wish you to understand the reason for suicide, and he has considered it like a sociological issues and why it has happened and how religion can impact it. That's what we are going to see. So if you can say, he has taught about this four kinds of suicide. You have the egoistic suicide, altruistic suicide, anomic suicide, as well as fatalistic suicide. So this happens either when there is too little social cohesion or too much of social cohesion. Okay, so for example, if you look into the egoistic suicide, when there is too much of individualism. See, egoism means what? Now you feel like I am the one who is much to do with the society, or I can manage everything by alone. I don't need my family, I don't need my parents, I don't need my wife or girlfriend or anyone. So naturally such person can, if he breaks down, if he or she breaks down, there's a good chance that he or she might end his life. That is egoistic. And on the other side, you find the altruistic suicide. That means for the common good of the society, if a person is committing suicide. So imagine a situation: a samurai who lost his honor, he commits kind of a suicide, harakiri or seppuku. And the same situation you can see with the suicide bombers. For example, like in the Second World War, the Japanese suicide bombers literally bombed themselves on the aircraft carriers of US. So you can see an element of altruism. That is also a cohesion, a less of a cohesion, where they feel like for the greater good of the society, I myself can end my life. And anomic suicide is also a similar nature, where you can see, let me go into it. So if you look into the anomic suicide, is too low degree of regulation. See, if you look into the Mughal history, there were two kings, particularly after Farooq Shia, which was two minor kings which were put on throne by the Sayyid brothers. Two were died of overconsumption. That means one ate to death or one drank to death. So that means what? Too low degree of social regulation. A young boys getting all these facilities and they do not know what to do. And the fatalistic suicide is on the other side, where you find when there is too greater degree of regulation. I mean, like sometimes if you see some even kids are getting trying to end their life when there is too much of regulation from the parents, or when there is in the concentration camps or in the prisons where the inmates are committing suicide. So it's very well evident that the suicide is happening because of too much regulation or too less regulation. So it can be egoistic, altruistic, anomic, and fatalistic, right? So if you have to end the suicide, what do you need to do? It's a question, right? That means a middle path is to be found out, where there is a considerable degree of social cohesion, but that social cohesion will never make an individual vulnerable so that he or she may end his or her life. So, this is where religion can play a part. So, religion brings them to a part of the society, and at the same time, if that religion is giving them hope and the religious rituals are making them part of a closely knit society, and they feel like their emotional and social needs will be taken care of, and you can find the less degree of suicide can happen. So this is a great social responsibility that religion has to handle, and this is the reason why, one of the reasons where, if you see in comparatively religious societies, right, I'm not talking about religiously fanatic societies, but where religion is becoming part of the culture, you find the suicide rates coming, tending to come low. And this is one of the good aspects of religion, and it can through which it can make a positive change in the society. So whenever we hear about religion or religious fundamentalism, or whatever, be it religion is bad or religion is good, but this is one of the a responsibility that religion can make in the society. This is one of the reasons why almost all the religions in the world, it started like a spirit worshipping anomic shamanistic religion, where it catered to a particular community rather than individual salvation. All these religions, it started in a way to bring people together in a closely knit community so that their emotional and social needs are being taken care of. And after a point of time, you see the Bhakti or Sufi movement or whatever be this, where they bring to an individual conversation with the God or the divine. So this is one of the very important social functions the religion can take care of to for or the betterment of the society. That's what I wanted to tell you. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you. Keep subscribing for more videos. Have a nice day.